Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Black Sea, and I have another video for you guys. Today, I want to talk about the Cronos ecosystem, Crocoin, Crypto.com, and give you guys my opinion on where I think we could be headed here. So without further ado, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this video. So guys, first things first, we are on day 66 proposing Crypto.com market buyback and burn Crocoin with a percentage of quarterly profits. Binance does it. It drives speculation. Crypto.com can do it and rejuvenate the Cronos ecosystem. The Crow fam is strong together. Let's start this conversation. You know, guys, today's an interesting day. We're seeing a lot of mixed signals on the crypto Twitter timeline. You know, it's the beginning of the month. Crypto's kind of selling off. The stock market's selling off. And, bearish September. But really, when we hone in into the Cronos ecosystem, that's when there's actually some interesting things happening that we need to talk about. So today we have Cronos coming out, and they're at in Korea having an event, and they say, fantastic first day. The Cronos booth was buzzing with activity. The interest in Cronos ZK EVM was truly inspiring, and it was wonderful to connect with so many of you. We'll be here tomorrow as well. They're saying they're super busy. So many people are so interested about Cronos ZK EVM. They're all excited. And then also today, you have one of the largest gaming projects on the Cronos ecosystem closing and shutting down due to low volume. Guys, low volume, okay? It's very important that we come together. If you own Crocoin, if you're part of the Cronos ecosystem, you have Cronos NFTs, it's very important that we come together and start conversations. Voice your opinion. What do you think about the Cronos space? Do you think that there's things that should be changed? Do you think that there are things that nobody's really talking about? You guys need to come out there and say it. You guys need to go onto crypto Twitter, follow me 333 Black Sea, comment on my posts, and I will be the voice for you guys. I want to start these conversations. Crypto.com Crocoin burn is exactly what the Cronos ecosystem needs right now. The volume is low. And, some people are saying that it's a dead chain. And, I won't call it a dead chain. We've been chopping around sideways for 7 months, guys. So I'll call it a dead chain maybe if nothing happens after Bitcoin goes over $100,000 and if Crocoin goes to zero. But obviously that's not going to happen in my opinion. Anytime soon, at least, until we were to see some fundamental changes with this project. Because, guys, I'm a Crocoin bull. I've been a part of the Crow fam for years. I've been around since the MCO days. Before Crocoin became Crocoin, it was MCO. And I've been around for a long time. Crow fam is in the Cronos ecosystem is my home, let's say. It's my home in the cryptocurrency space. I like to hang out at Solana, but there's a lot of familiar faces in the Cronos ecosystem with the Crow fam, and I like to come back here, and I don't want to see the Cronos ecosystem fail. I want to see the Cronos ecosystem prevail. And with the only way that happens, in my opinion, is if we all come together and get behind these ideas, start talking about them, and start to just start the conversation. Can we start the conversation with Chris Marszalek? Can we start the conversation with Cronos Labs? Can we just start this conversation? I'm not saying that we have to have a Crocoin burn, otherwise Crocoin is going to zero. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that it's extremely important that we come together and start conversations and actually voice our opinions and say, hey, sure, Cronos might say that they have an active booth right now, but at a convention, but when some of the main projects on your platform are shutting down because of low volume, tells a different story. Tells a different story, guys. I'm not trying to be a big bear or anything like that. I'm just voicing my opinion. I'm being transparent. Here at the Crypto Report, we try to be as transparent as possible, and sometimes the truth hurts, and sometimes you won't like what I have to say, and you'll say, Black Sea, you're not talking about Crocoin going to $100, and I think that'd be doing a disservice to you guys if I wasn't being transparent. So I'm being transparent. I'm worried. I'm worried about the Cronos ecosystem. I'm worried about the void between Crypto.com and Cronos. I'm worried about the leadership in Cronos and crypto.com, and them not really being a part of the community. I'm a little bit worried about that. So that's why we try to start these conversations. Let's take a look at the Crocoin price right now. We are flirting with a very, very key support level, breaking below 0.0830 cents. I've been saying, guys, if we spill over this on the weekly, we probably come back down here to the 0.0689 cent level. I think that's an appropriate level to be looking at. We once came down here, wicked down. It was very, very swift. Anytime we come below this support level, usually there's not much stopping us from making our way back down. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that play out, especially September, guys. We've been selling off. Bitcoin's been selling off. I also want to say that just because if we start to sell off on Bitcoin, it doesn't mean that we're going to be breaking through all these supports or anything like that. I think that altcoins kind of have already taken their significant beating. Unless we see a true impulse wave to the downside on Bitcoin, and we're talking like below $50,000. I'm talking anything below 55 kind of brings us into territory of 49,000, maybe even a little bit below. But until we break below 55,000 or 49,000, I don't expect Crocoin to be making new lows or anything like that. But this is a very, very important price level to be looking at here between 0.0830 cent level and 0.0689 cents. It's very important that we stay in between that channel and look for a bounce at the 0.0689. Otherwise, then things could get a little ugly. But that's what Bitcoin likes to do. Bitcoin likes to shake everybody out and make everybody panic, but the altcoins have been holding up relatively well. They've been beaten up already throughout this sideways chop, 7 months of sideways chop. If you guys are still here, smash that like button, because usually in times like this, it starts to get awfully quiet. And I pat anybody on the back that's still around right now. It's just like a bear market when you're chopping for this long. People start to get bored. People get chopped up. They get caught up in the chop, and they lose their profits. It's simple as that. I do want to shout out Oscar Ramos because he is inspiring me to really talk about in depth about starting these conversations, because he had a great video. Make sure you go follow him and check out his video he had today, talking about his concerns about the Cronos ecosystem, about basically what I was saying. There's low volume. People are leaving. Project builders are leaving. We need builders to come to Cronos. And the only way to see builders come to Cronos is by, unfortunately, guys, price and volume. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, Black Sea, it's not all about price. I hate to break it to you guys, but yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's about the price, because the price will go up when you have a solution to a problem, and that's a company. A company is usually a solution to a problem. And they capitalize on that, and their market cap and their value goes up with how much of a problem they solve. As simple as that, guys. I just want to give a shout out to Oscar because, it's true. If we all come together, we can start to actually start these conversations and hopefully bring some life back to the Cronos ecosystem, because right now it is very quiet, guys. It's very quiet. I want to take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, trading on the monthly. We are starting to spill over. It is the beginning of September, and man, we had a brutal sell-off today on the S&P 500, about a 3% sell-off, which is a big deal. I know for crypto investors, 3% is, a blink. But, us crypto investors, sometimes we see 20% drawdowns in a day. And it's like, oh, well, that's crypto. But when the S&P 500 comes down 3% in a day, it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. And we're starting to sell off into September. And, ever since Bitcoin got those SPY ETFs, it's trading awfully a lot like a stock. And so I won't be surprised if we start to see this spill over, like I said, guys. And really leading into the end of September is when I think that we'll start to see a little bit of that green money flow, that liquidity flowing back into Bitcoin and these altcoins. When we look at the overall market right now, Bitcoin is trading below $58,000. My eyes are on 55,000. Do not want to break below 55K on a weekly time frame, in my opinion. If we do, that opens us up for more downward price action and makes us vulnerable to, honestly, touching the low of the broadening wedge, which we look at right here, which would be about $47,000 to $49,000, which would be quite a drawdown, and probably would spook a lot of people. But guys, when everyone gets so bearish, and when Bitcoin does these little wicks where it shakes everyone out and stop loss hunts, breaks below support, breaks below formations, usually you see one of these. That's usually how it goes. So just keep your eyes open here. Even if we have a little bit of a bearish September, my eyes are open to the end of this year and early into 2025. I expect a large last impulse wave to the upside, breaking above previous highs. That's where I put my money at. I put my money where my mouth is, and that's where it's at. I think that we're going to see another move to the upside. But I will also say, I've always been taking profit along the way up. That's been the best strategy that works for me. Sure, I might dilute my bags and miss out on a 100x, but guess what? I'm still getting 10x, 15x along the way. So that's my strategy. Everyone's strategy is different. You need to find the best strategy that works out for you. Some people like to high leverage, short-term scalp. Sometimes I like to do that. If you guys want to take advantage of that, check out in the description box below and the pinned comment. We have a $5,000 sign-in bonus to Blowfin, a $4,100 sign-in bonus to Femex. All you got to do is click those links, deposit, trade a little bit, get a bunch of free money if you want to take advantage of some high leverage scalping. It's a very good tool to use, but that's what it is. It's a tool. Use it as a tool. Be careful using leverage, guys. It can be very, very risky. But all in all, where we're at right now, Cronos, people are sad. People are vacant. The volume is low. We're having like 3 to 5 million 24-hour volumes, which is extremely low, extremely low. We do not want to be seeing that. But when you zoom into Bitcoin, you look at the past 7 months. Yes, guys, it's been 7 months. We've been trading sideways, guys. We've been trading sideways. People get bored. They get chopped up. They lose money. Meme coins rug. People look for money grabs, and a lot of people lose money that way. So be patient. I think that Crocoin is not dead. I think that if we come together, if the Croc fam comes together and starts to talk about these issues, concerns, and starts voicing them on crypto Twitter and on social media, retweet Oscar, retweet me, retweet all the other Cronos influencers that are talking about these issues, I think that there's a chance that we can bring some life back into the Cronos ecosystem, which is exactly what everybody wants. Everybody wants that meme coin mania to come back. Everyone wants people to be building new NFTs to be launched. That's what people want. I think we can do this together, guys. But that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.